Hey guys, welcome to my channel. My name is Shalika. I know the lighting looks a little funny. I just got out of church, and y'all, I got some answers to some questions. Me and my husband, we've been talking about tithing and offering, and how can you tithe. I hate that. Hold on, let me move this back. How can you tithe and you got bills to pay? Like, I can't be, no, the church want 10%. I'm sorry, my finger all in the way, but this live. We live. Hey, how are you? But it's like, okay, when you go to church, you tithe, and a lot of people be like, well, I can't tithe my 10% because I got bills to pay. So in church, we've been talking about first fruit. We've been talking about, money matters, your pathway to financial freedom. And I found the key. If you pay God first, or you budget for your tithes first, then guess what? You ain't got to worry about how I'm going to pay my bills. You ain't got to worry about how am I going to put food on the table, because you taking care of God. You taking care of your tithes as it's a bill. All right, you better go ahead, girl. But like, I just, because me and my husband, we talk about this all the time. Because he done said it, like, when I get money, even though it's supposed to be our money, but like if I work and I make money, I actually, I give my 10%. I give it faithfully. And sometimes I feel bad if I didn't make enough money to actually tithe, but I always give something. And here's just some scriptures, to back up what I'm saying. If you pay God, first, make God make God a priority. Make him as a bill, because when you give it first, you're really not going to miss it. But the first scripture that I have is Leviticus 23:9. I have Exodus 34:26. I have Exodus 23. Okay, see, I like that. I love seeing, other people who is doing what they're supposed to be doing, and you're going to be blessed for it. And then also I don't know if I've said this, but let me say it again. Exodus 23:19, Leviticus 2:11-16, Deuteronomy 26:1-11, Jeremiah 2:3, Nehemiah 10, verses 35-39, Proverbs 3:9-10. Okay, see, that's always good. People need to hear, how God keeps blessing us. We need to hear that. So I just gave y'all, some scriptures, but I'm gonna read two of them just so you can hear like what the Bible is telling you and what God is telling you. Proverbs 3:9-10. It says, honor the Lord from your wealth and from the first. Get it? He said first of all your produce. Now, back then, that's all they had. They was produce, but then they would trade their produce so they could actually have, money. So they would give, what they had, which was produce. But it says, first of all your produce, so your barns will be filled with plenty, and your vats will overflow with new wine. So that was Proverbs chapter 3, verse 9-10. Then in Leviticus 23:9, it says, the Lord said to Moses, speak to the Israelites and say to them. Okay, well, thank you so much for coming. It was a blessing to have you here. Julia's Beauty and Style, thank you. In Leviticus 23:9, it says, the Lord said to Moses, speak to the Israelites and say to them, when you enter the land I am going to give you, and you reap its harvest, bring to the priest a sheaf of the first grain you harvest. Yet again, it said the first grain. So guys, if you have a problem with tithing and offering, or if you say that you wish you could tithe more, I just suggest that when you get your money off top, take off that 10%. Now, don't take off 10% and you're going to be griping about it, because then you might as well not give it in the first place. But just take away that 10%. You're not going to miss it. And then once you take away God's money, God's money, go ahead, take that away, and then budget your bills. But put God first, and y'all, he's going to bless you abundantly. I feel so good when I can tithe and I can do what the Lord wants me to do. But I just wanted to come here just so I could tell you guys that I finally figured it out. You can't be talking about, I can't pay my tithes because I got to pay my light bill. You can't be stupid. So you're right. You can't be stupid. Be smart. Pay God first, then everything else comes later. Thanks so much for watching, and you guys have a wonderful day. Thanks for hanging with me. Bye.